Joe Shen has transformed from an obscure talent show contestant into a top-tier superstar who consistently sells out every single one of his concerts. His voice, so distinctive, soft, and almost otherworldly, has left an indelible mark on many people. As a regular guest on Keep Running, Joe Shen has successfully built a massive fan base, thanks to his hilarious antics and genuinely adorable personality. He is a man of striking contrasts, the witty, goofy guy you see on variety shows, blending seamlessly with the magical and spellbinding performer he becomes on stage. It is that exact contrast that makes him so extraordinary and, quite frankly, impossible not to love. However, lately, many netizens have come to realize Joe Shen once had a photo shoot featuring a red string theme at the 798 Art District. However, following the Yu Menglong incident, those photos are now seen as a dark omen for celebrities. A number of other stars, such as Chen Kun, Guo Junshen, Chen Duling, and Dilraba, are also known to have done similar themed photo shoots. According to reports from several psychics and people with spiritual abilities, those who underwent this session are said to have passed away after going through a certain ritual. So, fans are deeply concerned about Zhou Shen's safety. In today's episode, we are going to discuss the story of Joe Shen. By the way, for those of you wanting to grab some official Tracers merch, everything is live right now. We've got hoodies, tank tops, mugs, tumblers, phone cases, and a whole lot more. You can check it out by clicking the link below. It's fully integrated right here into the video. Hi Tracers, Sean here. How are you guys doing? My life has been quite hectic lately as I've been handling my kids' school transfers, which is complicated because it involves moving to a different country. Please keep me in your prayers that everything goes smoothly. Anyway, I'm planning to launch a VIP membership for more extreme videos or stories. Let me know what you think. All right, Tracers? Okay, today we are once again going to dissect the story of a highly beloved celebrity whose name has recently been dragged into a disturbing web of conspiracy theories. We are going to talk about a figure whose voice can touch your soul, yet whose fate is now being worried about due to his involvement in symbols considered dangerous. Brace yourselves, because you never know how deep this hole goes. Joe Shen was born in a village in Shaoyang, Hunan, in 1992. When he started elementary school, he moved with his parents to Guiyang, Guizhou. During his elementary school years, Joe Shen joined the school choir. Ever since then, he became very passionate about singing. His voice was crystal clear and pure, which made his teachers adore him. Usually, boys go through puberty when they enter middle school, which makes their voices deeper and raspier. However, Joe Shen's condition was quite special. His voice maintained its high, clear softness, almost like a child's voice. Because he was often teased, Joe Shen chose to stay silent. For 3 whole years, he almost never sang in front of his friends, and he even strictly limited himself when speaking. Things only changed when he was in high school. At that time, the school held a singing competition, and he got his first real opportunity. Joe Shen summoned the courage to step onto the stage. Unexpectedly, as soon as he started singing, he was immediately met with thunderous cheers from the audience and went on to win. At that moment, his musical passion, which had been buried for 3 years, finally reignited. After graduating from high school, Joe Shen decided to continue his studies in Ukraine. Initially, he enrolled in dentistry, but deep down, there was always a voice calling him back to the world of music. In the end, he decided to leave dentistry behind and switch to the Lviv National Music Academy. That was where he delved into bel canto vocal training for 6 years, finally graduating with honors, an A grade in 2016. Before stepping onto the real music stage, Joe Shen was already a rather well-known mysterious singer in the virtual world. Around 2010, Zhou Shen adopted the online handle Kabu and began uploading his songs on YY, a popular audio streaming platform at the time. Even though he never showed his face, his distinctive voice successfully attracted a loyal following, making him a highly anticipated singer on the platform. Joe Shen was also a dedicated Bilibili user, where he consistently uploaded his favorite tracks, especially works from the ACG music scene. In early 2014, while still studying in Ukraine, he uploaded a cover of Let It Go, sung in 9 different languages, to Bilibili. The video was a massive hit, reaching 11th place on the site's charts and garnering widespread acclaim. At the time, few realized that the mysterious Kabu was actually a Chinese student pursuing his education in Ukraine. So, what exactly made Joe Shen's voice so special? At its core, it's because puberty had almost no effect on his voice. He maintained the clarity and gentleness of a child's voice, while at the same time possessing a maturity and emotional strength in his vocals. This flexibility in his vocal style allowed him to conquer almost any musical genre, from pop and bel canto to ethnic music. Combined with 6 years of professional vocal training, his technique became highly polished, featuring precise breath control, a wide vocal range, and seamless transitions between low and high notes without any audible breaks. On the 25th of July 2014, he participated in the recording session for the 3rd season of The Voice of China, hosted by Zhejiang Television. On the show, he performed a song titled Huan Yan, Welcome, by Taiwanese singer Qi Yu. The song is incredibly difficult for a male voice, but as soon as Joe Shen began to sing, everyone listening was instantly transfixed. His voice sounded so clear, delicate, and magical, as if it were floating in from another dimension. It was so pristine that it almost didn't feel like a human voice. The 3 judges eventually turned their chairs to show their support, even though in The Voice of China at that time. However, he did not manage to reach the final winning position. Despite that, his unique voice left a deep impression on many viewers. In October of the same year, he participated in the Voice of China All-Stars edition and performed a song titled Bay the Back by Li Jian. That performance successfully captivated the audience, and the song Bay the Back, which he performed with Li Wei, won Song of the Year at the Golden Melody Awards. That moment marked the start of his debut, but the story that would truly propel him to the peak of popularity in the hearts of millions of fans was only just beginning. In 2015, Joe Shen released his first solo single titled Mei Gui Yu Xiao Lu, The Rose and the Little Deer. Thanks to that song, he won the Best Newcomer Award at the 23rd ERC Chinese Top 10 Music Awards, which marked his initial step into the music industry. However, the true turning point in his music career occurred in 2016. In May 2016, the animated film Big Fish and Begonia was officially released. The film, which took 12 years to produce, featured breathtaking visuals and an emotionally charged storyline. It became one of the milestones for the Chinese animation industry that year. The main soundtrack, Big Fish, sung by Joe Shen, was released alongside the film and quickly went viral across the internet. Many people say they fell in love with the song first, and only then sought out who Joe Shen actually was. The ethereal, sorrowful, and gentle nuances of the song were perfectly in sync with the oceanic atmosphere of the film. It was as if the voice itself had been created from the bottom of the sea, so empty, light, and clear that it could touch the heart of anyone who heard it. The song Big Fish won the Top 10 Gold Songs Award at the Asia New Song Chart Awards. Thanks to that song, Joe Shen also brought home various other music awards. The song has become the most iconic work of his entire career, and to this day, it remains an inseparable part of every concert he holds. Since then, whenever someone hears Joe Shen for the first time, there is always someone who chimes in, "Oh, that's the singer of Da Yu, right?" If Da Yu introduced the public to Joe Shen, then this 2020 song, Da La Bang Ba, is the one that truly defined him. The song Da La Bang Ba made him go viral and solidified his position as a phenomenal singer known to the wider public. In February 2020, he participated as one of the main singers in Singer Year of the Competitor, hosted by Hunan Satellite TV. This show was one of the most prestigious music stages in the Chinese music industry at the time. The other headlining singers included Mao Buyi, Hua Chenyu, Jam Xiao, Tia Ray, Lala Shu, and the top-tier Japanese singer Mika Nakashima. They were all veteran musicians who had been in the industry for years and possessed very strong fan bases. Compared to them, Joe Shen had a shorter period of popularity, a limited number of original songs, the smallest fan base, and the greatest pressure. Against that backdrop, Zhou Shen made a sudden decision that shocked everyone. He wanted to change his song choice. He decided to perform Da La Beng Ba, a Vocaloid song from Bilibili. The lyrics tell the story of a knight saving a princess from a dragon. However, each character's name is a combination of complex syllables that are challenging to pronounce at high speeds. Because of the song's extreme difficulty, Joe Shen contacted the original creator Ilem at 2 in the morning to ask for permission to perform it. At the time, Ilem was busy enjoying barbecue with friends. Laughing, he said, "Good thing I haven't slept yet." Of course, permission granted. On the night of the performance, Joe Shen gave a stunning show, playing 5 characters at once. He used a cute little girl tone for the narration, a clear teenage tone for the knight, a heavy voice for the king, an innocent tone for the princess, and a deep voice for the dragon. Each character had a very distinct vocal signature, and he executed every transition between roles seamlessly and perfectly. After the show aired, Da La Beng Ba exploded instantly and dominated social media platforms like Weibo and WeChat. The song was named the most popular single of 2020 on NetEase Cloud Music, with a total of 110 million streams. Thanks to this success, the song is considered an iconic work that successfully crossed the boundary between ACGN culture and mainstream music. Music critics praised the performance, considering it an achievement that truly succeeded in breaking down the barriers of ACGN culture. In 2026, Zhou Shen's performance, titled Jilyang, was inspired by the classic of Mountains and Seas, which tells the story of a divine horse capable of traveling 1,000 miles. This song carries a message of luck and peace. This performance was even touted by netizens as the most challenging act of the entire Spring Festival Gala that year, making him the audience's champion that night. Many fans were impressed, commenting that Joe Shen is not just a singer chasing traffic, but a dedicated artist. In terms of concerts, Joe Shen has achieved remarkable milestones. His second album, released Shen Self, successfully sold more than 2 million copies and was crowned the highest-selling album in China throughout 2024. At the same time, this album also successfully ranked first on the iTunes charts in 7 different countries and regions. He once revealed that for him, a concert is like a diary, written together with his fans. Each tour stop has a program specifically designed for that city, making it a romantic moment shared only with the audience present there. When you listen to Dayu, your memories might drift to the shimmering light in the depths of the ocean. When listening to Lanterns of China, you might be reminded of fireworks outside the window and thousands of lanterns on a beautiful night. Likewise, when listening to Da La Beng Ba, you surely wouldn't expect it all to be sung by just one person. He doesn't sound too flashy, nor too wild, but his voice often emerges in the silence of the night and suddenly brings tears to your eyes. The singer, who appears cool and composed on stage, is, in reality, a deeply dedicated and perfectionistic individual behind the scenes. He is a person full of love, who loves to laugh, and has a deep interest in the world of Vocaloid. It is no wonder he has been a loyal user of Bilibili for a long time. Often in variety shows, he spontaneously cracks witty jokes that invite laughter, making the audience feel truly entertained. Since becoming a regular guest on Keep Running, his series of hilarious actions and adorable reactions have successfully attracted many loyal fans. His persona on these variety shows contrasts sharply with the elegant and ethereal image he projects on stage, as if he were 2 different people. It is this very contrast that makes more and more people fall in love with him. Seeing such a talented figure, fans certainly hope his career in the entertainment world will continue to run smoothly and be full of success. However, the strict boundaries set by netizens seem to make many people feel worried and anxious. Since the Yu Menglong incident, netizens have increasingly understood what is actually happening behind the red signs that appear in digital data. Specifically, the narrator from UN Transmission has shared an in-depth story about Yu Menglong. They also reviewed in detail the tragic story of Kimi Chao Renliang, who became a victim of a series of such events. One of the astonishing points is that many celebrities, before passing away, were reportedly tied with intricate red strings. They then became victims in a terrifying ritual, where they were in a conscious state while the ceremony took place, feeling everything but unable to fight the pain that slowly crept through their entire bodies. Because they did not perform the 3 withdrawals, their souls would remain bound by these red strings and could not break free. Of course, this narrative originates from information provided by the creator. We are merely summarizing this information here as a reference for you. However, when viewed from a practical standpoint, the details conveyed in each explanation seem to confirm how mysterious this red string phenomenon is. That is why, when netizens saw Zhou Shen's artistic photos in the 798 district, Joe Shen also participated in an artistic photo shoot with the red string concept. This immediately sparked concern from fans. Many netizens commented, "Oh God, even Joe Shen could not escape the snare of these red strings." They feel that the entertainment world, filled with conspiracies, has made talented artists victims of corrupt capitalist forces. Once someone is entangled by those red strings, they are considered to be controlled and difficult to escape. On the other hand, there are also netizens who cried out, "Please let Joe Shen go! His perfect voice is irreplaceable!" Clearly, fans are deeply worried about Joe Shen's safety. What do you think at home? The fans' concern for Zhou Shen is clearly not without reason. When a great artist intersects with symbols considered signs of dark rituals, that anxiety arises naturally. Is the photo in the 798 district just art, or is there a real red string there? What do you think at home? Write your opinions below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next mystery. I'm Sean. If you still watching this, maybe you're looking for the same thing I am.